Hey there. Welcome to a new episode of the Turtle and the Tiger vlog number. It's probably going to be about 40. Maybe it's 41. I don't know. We'll have to check. At any rate, we're here in Smithville, Texas at a house sit. We're getting ready to leave. We've been here about 6 weeks. And today I'm going to do a video of what I did in those 6 weeks. I helped the owners of this home create a trail on their property. So stay tuned. We'll take a look at it. So one of the things you'd see if you were in this part of Texas quite a bit, if you walked in the woods, is this bush, or tree if you will, of the holly family, called a yopon. And a lot of people don't like it for a number of reasons. One, it's pretty invasive, and two, it's pretty flammable, believe it or not, of the holly family. It tends to go up pretty quick during a forest fire. I apologize for the wind. Other trees like cedar, and if you can see them in the background there, oak, are pretty prevalent. There's no leaves on the oak this time of the year. It's January. It's currently about 60 degrees today, which is nice. Turn the corner here. Now, the other thing that's really kind of nuts here is the soil here is a lot of clay, and it just rained last night. And if I'm not careful, I could end up on my tuchus here. Alright, so we come to this area and I found a what looks to be some sort of hole here, as you can see in there. Probably an armadillo. So we set up a trail cam here, and just over in this area here, to see if we could see anything. So I'm going to add those clips now, because we did see quite a bit. All right, let's continue on the trail. I placed orange flags up for the homeowner, so when they get here, even though we're not going to be here, they'll be able to find their new trail. You have to be really careful on these grades here in this part of Texas. This isn't too bad, but a lot of these little grades, even though they only go up 6 to 12 feet or whatever, and they might be just a gentle grade, there's so much clay here though, it's just like goose grease. So you have to pick areas where there's a lot of organic material that's made a little bit of topsoil, or at least put some cleats in. Cleats meaning I cut dead cedar or dead pieces of oak, stuck them in the ground and pressed them in just to give yourself some traction so you can either get up or get down without going on all fours. lot of the lower areas you find a lot of wet and clay, kind of mud flats, especially after it rains. But we take care of it with some dead material we find, like we mentioned before, like this little stream crossing here, made a little bit easier on your feet with just some dead material just pressed into the clay. You can kind of just keep it pressed in and it stays put. With a quick discussion from the homeowner, it became pretty apparent that they were really looking to have a trail made on their property. They had 13 acres in which I could work inside, though a lot of it was behind the house, or I should say maybe 75% of it was. So what we're really talking about is maybe 8 acres of really land that I could design a trail. The biggest challenge was designing the trail that I could work around the wet areas and help them keep erosion in control by not carving or making a trail into some area that in the future would be subject to a lot of erosion due to the rain here. And so lower areas I used a lot of dead material for cleats, as you saw. This is the very back side of the property, and we're literally about 25-30 feet from the barbed wire fence that runs along here. There really isn't too many options beyond there for hiking. So I knew that this trail was going to be pretty important to them in terms of getting out, maybe walking a day. They're photographers and writers, so they really were looking forward for something that would give them the maximum exposure to their property and their wildlife that's here. So let's keep going. Several areas all along this trail that are pretty wet. The clay holds the rain for a long time, unlike somewhere in New England or some other places where drainage is really good. You can have a trail that'll stay muddy for 3 or 4 or 5 days after it's rained only like 1/4 to 1/2 inch, as is the case today. It rained about almost 1/2 inch yesterday and last night, and it's pretty wet in places. So some of the areas you have to have a little dead material to it, like I was talking about before, and a bridge now and again if dead material just won't cut it. Now we have a kind of a low budget operation here, so what I did is I came up with an idea. If I could get a pallet, I could use the whole pallet if I wanted to, but once I got a few pallets for free downtown, both of them happen to come with double center trusses, and when I looked at it, all I saw was an opportunity for not one bridge but 2 nicely shaped bridges, and here's one of them right here. So this is one of the hills. It's sort of hard to describe in 2 dimensions. We're going down a little bit of a grade here. It faces the east. So right in the morning, it gets a good beating from the sun and it stays relatively dry. But I still added a few cleats in here just to help with erosion and a little traction. However, this is probably the worst mud flat in the area right here, and we're advising the homeowner to put some of those pallet like bridges that we had just to make a boardwalk across this particular space. another spillway, flash flooding subject to, and another reason not to really invest too much in a crossing here, in case it gets washed away, or mounting it as such. You can just literally pick it up and bring it back. Despite all the geographic and the topographic challenges that were presented to us in the 6-week house sit for making this trail, I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of work involved, and we were in a lot of power tools. I had a silky saw, just a small axe, and a pair of loppers or pruners that the owners had. I guess I could have used their chainsaw on occasion, but thinking that chainsaws are pretty personal to the individual, I sort of avoided that. I did use a skill saw that the homeowner had to cut up the pallets, and it was really like a 5-minute deal where you just sawed the middle out of both of the pallets to make 4 separate bridges. We weren't able to get downtown to get any more pallets, but we're definitely going to advise the homeowner that maybe to put some more in that mud flat area back there and some of the other wet spots, because we're really not sure how dry things will get in the summer. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our blog. I'll put the link down below in the description, and you can check out our other YouTube videos. And don't forget to subscribe, and hey, share all these with your friends, because exposure is a good thing for us. Okay, so until next time, from Smithville, Texas, take care now. Bye-bye.